Hey guys, how you doing? It's your boy Fahim. I'm back at it with another rendition of the Crusaders Kings 3 gameplay. Last week, if you guys were with me, I basically tried to play as the Safavid Empire, or I tried to create the Safavid Empire again, and my campaign lasted about 10 years before it was GG. So this time around, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a ruler again, but this time I'm gonna choose uh, a place in Europe instead, because I found out with the European locations, it's a little bit easier to conquer lands, and you're not as surrounded by as many powerful foes that could pretty much just kill you right off the bat. So for me, what I'm planning on doing, hold on one second. Give me 1 second. I just gotta set a few things up. All right. Yeah. So basically, I've already, and I realized the other mistake I made in my last campaign is that my person that I created, my ruler that I created, his martial skill was pretty low. So if you have a low martial skill initially, your army size is gonna be pretty low, and obviously that makes sense. The lower your martial skill, the lower military strength you have right off the bat. So in this case, I'm gonna make sure that my guy has a really good martial strength, and this way, uh, hold on 1 second. Yeah, this way he can have a pretty big army right from the jump, and I can go around and start, conquering lands right off the bat. All right. Yeah, and as you can see, my ruler, he has no intrigue whatsoever, which is fine. Intrigue isn't really a big thing uh, in the beginning game, because you're not worried about trying to backstab people. It only plays a bigger role as you progress through the game, but in the initial stages, you really don't have to worry about it too much. Um, and my ruler, he's a brilliant strategist. I'm really doing it mainly to get the lifestyle experience for 40%, so basically I can get those perks quicker. Um, but what else? Yeah, he's diligent, he's just, basically gives me pretty good stats on, on my skills. So he's an excellent martial commander. I can have him as an army commander, which I might do. I run the risk of him dying, but I'm probably gonna ensure that I have an heir first before I go into any wars. His martial skill is excellent. He's a good stewardship, so if I start conquering lands, I can at least control them directly. His prowess is good, so he could be a good fighter as well. Learning is average. So, and learning, I'll explain a little bit more as I get into the game, as I start, getting to a rhythm, and I'll explain learning and acquiring new technologies pretty quickly. But for now, I'm just not gonna worry about intrigue at all. Yeah, so that's pretty much finalized him. And yes, he is gonna be a Romanov. I'm gonna be recreating the Romanov Empire. And the land that I settled on to start the game is Halak. Basically, the reason why I chose this land is because, well, one, it's bordered by mountainous terrain, so anyone that wanted to attack me from the south would have to, go around to attack my capital, which would take them a while. So it would give my arm, so it would give me enough time to, have some form of defense. Although in this game, armies can be raised up instantaneously. Also, if anyone did try to attack me, I'm pretty much surrounded by hills, so I don't have to worry about, any of that madness. Yeah, so right now, yeah, so even though my military strength is a little bit low, which is weird because my military strength is pretty high, whatever the case may be, even though my military strength is a little low, there is, I could target the Chiefdom of Tarnow. Their military strength is pretty low. I could try to target them right off the bat. So, I have my options. I can even go for the Chiefdom of Ungvar. They're on pretty low land, and their army isn't as strong as mine. So, I have options. I have counties that I could take over from the beginning. So with that being said, and I've already set the game rules. I'm gonna do an Iron Man achievement, so I've already set the game rules and whatnot. Everything's been applied, and we can go ahead and get started. And yes, I will name this Rise of the Romanovs. Yes. All right. So basically, I'm started. Of course, I don't have a player error. I'm gonna choose my lifestyle, and I'm not married yet. So first things first, I'm gonna choose my lifestyle, because I am more of a martial, leader. I'm gonna go with the martial lifestyle, and I feel like with this particular lifestyle, let's see, dread gain. I'm trying to see what would be the best option for me in terms of trying to increase my military strength right off the bat. Let's see. Let's see. Natural Dread, cast his belly, increase control. Knight effectiveness, that could be pretty key, making my knights more effective. So when I do go to war, I have stronger knights, that are what obviously fight better battles. Yeah, that would be pretty helpful. Ooh, Kingsguard would definitely be very helpful, vastly increasing the number of knights. Mainly with chivalry, it would increase my prowess and make me, I guess, more attractive. And it would increase my battle advantage. Which, honestly, authority focus is also another good option because it increases my martial skill. But more importantly, it increases my control growth, which ensures that I don't have my people going against me. Although in this particular game, I decided not to change my culture or my faith so drastically like I did with my Islamic game, with my Safavid Empire game, because I realized like installing a brand new culture and faith directly in a land where everybody's of a different faith and culture than you are is pretty much a guarantee that they're going to try and attack you at some point. And you can't have that when you're at a position of weakness. But I think in this case, because because everyone's of the same culture that I am, like for example, this guy is Slovakian Russian, I'm Slovenian skin. Gotta give me say that right. Again, everyone is literally the same. Well, okay, this guy's Norse, which is weird, but okay, sure, why not? They're all the same culture that I am. I don't have to worry about that. And then strategy is just vastly increasing my martial skill. And I feel like with this, let's see. Raid supply capacity. Diplomacy, martial. Yeah. Gallant. Like, these are all very good options. But I think with Gallant, it would give me more of a military advantage right off the bat. So I could do that. I'm trying to think. The Kingsguard one is definitely one I would love to have. Having 4 extra knights would be baller. Peacemaker, peace acceptance. That'd be pretty helpful. And then getting the Gallant trait at the end would increase my monthly prestige by 20%, which would allow me to do more things. Honestly, although strategist is also another good option. Let's see. Accessibility costs. That's a good one. Sea naval speed, siege weapon effectiveness. All this would be good when I'm actually in battle. Gallant would just give me more of a numerical advantage in terms of my knights. So honestly, I think I'll go with Gallant for now. I'll go with the chivalry. Chivalry focus, increase my prowess. Actually, let me see something here. Click him, look at my levy size. Or what I could do, if I do go with the strategist, it'll increase my martial even more, and I can levy even more for my armies. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I will go with the strategist, because this way, when I'm actually in battle, it'll give me more and more advantages that I can confer onto my army. Yeah, and I can cross water without advantage. Eventually, because he's very young, if I'm lucky enough, I'll get all of these traits, ideally. And, you know, it'll basically make this guy into a military commander powerhouse. Essentially, every time I'll basically be the, you know, medieval version of Napoleon once, you know, I gain all these traits. But for now, I'm going to go with the strategy focus. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and do that. That'll be my first decision, and then my, let's see what my decisions are. Found a holy order, unite the Slavs, defenders abroad. I don't have any of the holy sites. Ooh, having defender of the faith would be pretty dope. Let's see. Adopting feudal ways, that's way in the future. Strengthen bloodline, of course. Yeah, first things first, I want to search for a physician. Do that. Also want to invite any champions I can to, you know, strengthen my military. Let's see. So I've done that. Boom, boom, boom. Develop the capital. Development growth and realm capital. I'm also going to do this, even though I'll gain a lot of stress because I'm diligent about this stuff. It'll, you know, basically develop my lands much quicker, especially my capital, which, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I can always call a hunt or host a feast to reduce that stress. Also, the other thing I need to do, I also need to marry, and like I tried to do before in the previous campaign, I'm gonna look for women that have specific congenital traits, which in this case I'm looking for inheritable traits. Obviously, I want the quick because my ruler has the quick trait. I want to look for a spouse that has the quick trait as well. So this way, our kids can either be quick or intelligent. Well, I think all of them would be intelligent, but let's see. Jovanka, Rational Paragon. She wouldn't be a bad option, honestly, because she's also... And I mean, pretty much all the choices I have when it comes to women are they're all gonna be quote unquote lowborn, because I have, you know, pretty low prestige. My level of fame, I'm established, but I'm not distinguished or illustrious. The more level of fame I get, the, you know, better options I'll have in terms of marriage prospects. But for now, I'm more concerned with having children that, you know, have really good stats. And yes, as both parents have this trait, it will get inherited, and it could intensify, resulting in intelligent children, which is obviously what I want. I'm looking at her stats to see if she could help me in specific aspects. In fact, I could even do this. I could even go for a, you know, so yeah, I could even do that. So look for women that have, you know, specific trait. And in this case, Felicia right here has pretty good intrigue skill and very good learning skill, which could benefit my learning skill. I could also have her focus on whatchamacallit, focus on learning and increasing the rate of technology that I get, which I might actually do that. Like I said, intrigue is not something I'm worried about, and if I have a good spy master, that'll take care of itself. So I might actually marry her, even though she's 9 years older than me. Um, it'll it'll definitely help to you know help me to have children that have better stats than I currently do. So I'll send that proposal. Let's see what they say. I can declare wars. Yes, I can declare wars with a bunch of people, but for now, let's see. Fabricate claim. Neighboring chiefdom of Lubin. Where are you? Oh, Lublin. Okay, it's part of Sandomir's. I could fabricate that claim. But for now, I'm going to let it be. Yeah, my main concern is strengthening my internal empire. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I've already made all the major decisions. Let's see. Oh, perfect. So she's accepted, or her liege is accepted in her stead. So there you go. She's my spouse, and hopefully we'll get the Pernagonate. Oh yeah. Also, probably need to check my realm. So I have. So it's a county rank, but luckily for me I have 3 cities. I have. Yeah, I have 3 chiefdoms, I guess. Yeah, so Halak right here, Leaf, Permichel. So I'm in a pretty good area. I'm in a pretty good starting spot. And as you can see, my military strength is already at 859. My taxes are pretty good. So I'm in a good spot. I can create more men at arms, which honestly I could probably do. I could probably make a regiment of bowmen. Bowmen are honestly really good when it comes to military battle. Create. Let's do that. Try to build up my military as quickly as I can. Let's see here. Ooh, oh yeah, wait, let me check out my council. So I'm looking at my council right now, and I have a pretty good spy master. My Zirets, or I guess my priest, he has pretty good learning, and he's endorsing me, which increases my piety, and it will increase my monthly income. My steward is pretty poor. My chancellor is average, and my martial leader is average. Which, let me see if I can appoint somebody else. I could appoint my chancellor. Actually, let me see who could. Yeah, the problem is my chancellor would also be my best marshal, which I could technically do that. Hold on, let me do that. I'm gonna and he's also my best steward, so yeah, that's interesting. Now let me see who's at my court. Yeah, my court, it's pretty rough. This is not the greatest option, but let's see, with her I could definitely potentially make her a spy master. At the very least, I'll recruit her to my court for sure, and I can have her as a future spy master. I'll leave her be for now. But yeah, my council. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have. Actually, no, I'm gonna wait for my champions to come online, and I'll see if one of them has enough martial skill to become my commander. And let's see. And for this guy, God, my stewards suck. So for now, I'll leave it be. I'm gonna see what type of champions I get, and see if I can replace some of my council members. Let's see here. The world is full of dangers. Oh, okay. Let's see. So 2 events. So first thing, court physician, the world is full of dangers, even to a chieftain in his court, as per my requests. Let's see. Afaznani. Oh, it's because my learning skill is pretty high that I have another option. So whenever you hire a court physician, if your learning skill is high enough, which my guy's learning skill is at 16, you get another option. Usually it's just 2 people, but if your learning skill is high enough, then you get a 3rd person to run with. So let's see, Afasani. She is a renowned physician, so that actually would help a lot, especially in battle when your armies get hurt a lot, your soldiers get hurt a lot. Having a physician will definitely. Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, even though this will put me, in debt, I can kind of recuperate that back with the other event, I believe. And yeah, she's a good physician and she's young, so she'll last for a while. So yes, I will hire her. And then wedding celebration with my marriage to Chiefess Felicia. The realm expects us to throw a suitably extravagant wedding celebration. As well within my right to collect the royal aid duty as part of this, but some may consider it tasteless to levy an extra tax during a time of jubilation. Of course I was collected. Who pays for their own wedding? Yeah, man. I wish I could be part of a wedding where I got paid instead of having to do the paying. I could also, just not collect the payment and just increase the prestige that I get. But I'm not worried about that so much, because when I do the hosting the feast and calling it hunts, I'll get a lot of that prestige anyway. So what I'll do, I'll collect the payment. There's no repercussions, and I'm no longer in debt as well. So all in all, it's a good transaction. And in fact, on that note, I could probably go on a hunt. Actually, no, I'll wait. Let me see what champions I get, then I'll go on the hunt. I want to have some money to at least pay for these people to join my court. Okay, perfect. Just what I needed. A guy that's a really good marshal, has really good martial skills, is a brilliant strategist. His raiding speed's awesome, so if I want to raid other lands, I can do so. And he's gallant. So I could actually marry him off to another person and, potentially gain an alliance, I believe. Yeah, so I'm going to recruit him to the court. 7 cents. Done. So, and now I'm also going to go to my council. Sorry, buddy. Let me make sure. My marshal. Yeah, sorry, guy. Going to replace you. That's fine. I don't care. Deal with it. So now I have a really good martial commander, and I should be able to increase my military strength even more. And in fact, I could also potentially free me up to shift these 2 around, but we'll see. Let me see what other champions I get. Yep, see, look at that. Now I have 1,200 soldiers. So actually, on that note, I could probably take over the Chiefdom of Shervin, the Chiefdom of Tarnow. Yeah, pretty much I'm open to whichever. Yeah, he has no alliances. So if I wanted to start conquering lands, I, have plenty of options. So, but I'm going to let this play out a little bit longer. Oops, let's see. Terenti would make for an accomplished commander. I'm sure he would. Reckless. I'll recruit him to the court. Yeah. Actually, that gives me a decision. I just made this guy the marshal. What I can do... Yeah, I know what I can do. So let me do this. I'm gonna make this guy the chancellor because he has pretty decent uh, diplomacy. Yes, swap. I'm gonna make him. Whoops, hold on. Make this guy the steward because he has pretty decent stewardship. Let's see. Yeah, swap that. And now I'm gonna make Terenti my commander. This way I only piss off one guy, which is this guy, which honestly I don't really... His stats are terrible. He's irrelevant. Like, I need him to fight on the front lines. Yes, he's a good knight, but in terms of leading, not so much. So I'm gonna make Terenti my commander. Boom. There you go. Now you guys can see all of my council members are pretty good. Like, this guy, my priest is good. My spy master's good. My marshal commander is excellent. My steward is good. My chancellor is good. So I have a really good council. And my wife, another thing that you can do with her is have her, focus on specific stats. So like she has really good learning stats. So if I wanted to focus on, more learning stats and increase the rate at which I get technologies, then I would click on patronage, and boom, like I would have an insane learning. I would have insane learning. If I wanted her to help with more military aspects, I can do that. Boom. Now my military can get even bigger. Or you could just have her assist you and basically increase all your stats, which is a solid option if you choose not to have her focus on one area. So there you go. My council's pretty good. I have a pretty decent sized army, and once they're fully online, fully on board, actually let me make sure, yeah, she's not pregnant yet. Once they're fully on board, then I can start attacking and conquering lands, which I probably could do it right now, but for now, I can hold off on that. I'm waiting for one more champion, because usually whenever you do the invite champions, you get 3 champions to your court. So, and the more knights I have, the better. And in fact, if I go to my military, I have Mikhail, my chancellor, Sivato Polk, my steward, who's also fighting. So there you go. I have my best guys as my champions, which is perfect. And the next champion I get will probably have a high prowess as well. Yeah, pretty much all the champions that you get whenever you do the invite champions option, their prowess is usually going to be 12 or higher. So this way you can ensure that you get really good knights to fight in your armies. But the downside is that you have to wait literally every 10 years to get these 3 knights. So it's a pretty inefficient way of getting, good soldiers. Keep playing. Eventually the third one will show up. But yeah, everything is set for me. This game is going much better than the last game. I already have a renowned physician. I have a really good council. My military strength is increasing. It's pretty high, honestly. Like I said, I could literally start conquering these counties left, right, and center. I don't have any factions because we're all the same culture. All these decisions I can make as I, play the game. The only reason I'm not going to war immediately is because I need to ensure that I have a heir. So for now, I'm gonna hold off on fighting until until she becomes pregnant. And also the other reason that you want to wait for an heir is if you have a son, obviously you can ensure that the game continues even if you die as the commander. The other reason is if you have a daughter, if you gain a daughter, you can actually make a military alliance. Daughters are really good at, securing alliances. So if there's like a powerful nation, like for example, if if I wanted to marry into the chiefdom of Bukovina, they have 2,126 soldiers. So they're pretty powerful. And if I can marry into their family, if I can have my daughter marry into their family, then every time I engage in war and ask for their help, all 2,000 soldiers will help me conquer whatever lands I'm going for. It's so, in addition to my 1,300 soldiers, now that's 3,700 soldiers, and I'm pretty much just running roughshod all over everybody. So yes. But where's that third knight? Hold on, did I not? Court, okay. Still. I think there's still one more I need to get. Like I said, I can wait, and no one's going to attack me because I am pretty powerful. Although this guy looks like he's trying to raid. I hope he doesn't come to my lands. Oh, Simeon. Okay. Sup, Simeon? No, not the greatest of stats, but he does have really good prowess. So I'm going to recruit him. There you go. Boom, boom. Gonna let the game play a little bit. Yeah, no declarations of war. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. No arguments there. But yeah. Let's see here. And guys, I'm probably going to play this game for like another 30 minutes or so. I'm only going to play for an hour today because I do play World of Warcraft and I like playing that game a lot. And one of the guilds that I'm in, they want to raid tonight, so I'm going to be raiding with them. So usually I would do an hour and 30 minutes, but for tonight we'll do only an hour. But next week it'll be, same thing, hour 30 minutes. So let's see, my army. Yep, it's getting pretty powerful. I've recruited all my champions. Now I can call a hunt. I have enough money. I can call a hunt. I can lose some stress. Remember, I don't want to increase my stress and gain a stress level because it starts to reduce, my fertility, my health. I don't want my character to die early. And when I lose stress, I can also gain prestige when I go on these hunts. So, and there's also other things that you can get while you're on these hunts. Whoops. Let's see. Pause. Ooh, proposed alliance. High Chieftain Ghostmill Vidermeric of Ungvar. Huh. Interesting. I could gain an alliance with him. Let me see. He doesn't really have any. This would I don't even have to marry any of my family members. This is just a straight up alliance. I mean, he doesn't have the greatest army, but it is enough, it is enough to, provide an extra, pop if I needed to, conquer lands. Also, more importantly, he would secure my, he would secure my southern borders, so I don't have to worry about, like, Bulgaria, trying to sneak attack me, or Great Moravia, which, honestly, I could probably conquer Great Moravia by myself, but, at least having him as a buffer will help big time. So, yeah, you know what? I'm going to accept that alliance. Perfect. So I have that alliance. Trying to make sure that, yeah, none of these places have alliances yet. So this actually works out very well. Now the only thing that prevents me from going to war is the fact that my wife is not pregnant yet. So, which there's nothing in there to indicate that she can't be pregnant. But yeah. So for now, Just gonna keep playing, let the event. The woods truly is the mantle of the poor, but as the heart flees in panic from foraging peasants, I feel my patience wearing thin. Surely there must be better things to do in Liev than picking roots and mushrooms. Guards, drive the rabble out of my hunting grounds. I gain prestige, but then I piss off my peasants. A generous donation should keep them away long enough. I lose 15 gold, but I gain 100 piety, and I increase the development and increase the... You know what? Yeah, I'll pay them. That's fine. I'm still going to get prestige anyway. And at the end of this event. See, there you go. I gained prestige, and I didn't piss off my people, and I got, you know, more piety. So, beautiful. Ooh, perfect! She is Pernaginate. Oh, this is coming up 7s for me, I guess. I don't know if that's the saying, but yeah, this is definitely coming up for me. Ooh, I'm an open terrain expert. Sweet. She is Pernaginate. So if I have a son, I will pretty much go to war immediately with one of these lands. I don't know which one. Obviously not Ungvar since we're in an alliance, but, you know, maybe Terra Boval or Shervin. One of these lands I'll fight. But it remains to be seen, you know, whether I get a boy or a girl. That's literally preventing me from just running roughshod right now. And if this person wants to raid me, that's fine. I'm not too concerned right now. There's not much for him to take. Gleb. Who is Gleb? I thought it was 3. Well, beautiful. Another knight. He's an evil lackey, but that's okay. I just need him to fight. Wonderful. So let me look at my military. Let me look at my champions. Let's see. I'm going to... Is he going to force him to fight? Yeah. Yeah, my army's looking pretty strong right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. My worst knight has a prowess skill of 9, which honestly is not that bad. Compared to my last game, this is much, much better. My military strength is looking pretty nice. Honestly, I could probably just go to war right now and just take Terra Boval. Yeah, I could probably just take this piece of land right here. Honestly, once this dude finishes his raid, I'm gonna declare war because I believe their garrison, their force gonna be pretty weakened, so I can just come in and scoop up that land pretty easily. So I'm gonna wait for this raid to finish up. Beautiful. Now let's see. If I declare war, I could conquer the county of Terra Boval. It only costs me 50 piety, and I can just, you know. I can't conquer a duchy yet because my level of fame is pretty low. It's not illustrious yet, which is fine. That's okay. I'll eventually piecemeal this land. Yeah, his military strength is weaker than mine. I could also try to conquer Shervin. He was also raided. If I declare a war on him, yeah. Looking at their land, weak development. Whoops. Yeah. I could go for Shervin. I could also go for Terra Boval, but I think Shervin would be good. If I take Bells, it's a pretty decently developed land. Well, at least for, you know, the time. Uh, and it's a hilly terrain, so that'll also help. Yeah, I could do that. And 290. Whoops. Trying to look at lands that give me pretty good levies. Although the Shervin would give me pretty a little bit more soldiers. And then if I go to Terraboval, oops. $289. I'm just looking at what I can take over. 514. We go to war against him. I could just get rid of him. And the levy size is pretty decent. Although there would be an issue because they're Polish. Yeah. Which, whatever. That's fine. Decisions. Yeah, I think I'll go for Terraboval first. No, actually, you know what? Yeah, I think I'll go for Shervin first. Yeah. So before I declare war, what I can do is I can move my rally point. So whenever you go to war against another state, especially if you have like multiple counties or whatever within your lands, you can move it. Like, so if I wanted to take over their capital of Shervin or whatnot, I can move my rally point to here. So now all my soldiers will rally there instead of at my capital. So this way I can just march straight in and, you know, take his lands. So I think what I could do... You know what? Let's wait for winter to pass and then, you know... Because once I attack them in spring, it'll be easier for me. I'll probably start attacking them near the end of the winter. Let's see. And I probably should mention, guys, my goal in this particular game is to try to recreate the Empire of Russia and maybe take a lot of the Southern Baltic Empire as well. Of course, I'll name it the Romanov Empire, but my grand goal is to try to conquer as much of Europe as I possibly can. Maybe I'll get rid of the Byzantine Empire and the papacy, but those are future things that I'll try to do. But let me go ahead and return to this. But for now, I'm going to just collect territories left, right, and center as much as I can. My goal is before the end of this particular stream. Thank you, Hess. I do. I have a cat. I don't know where she is right now. Yeah, I gotta find her. And also, I'm sure Luke is poking around somewhere. Oh, yeah, he's sleeping behind me. But yeah, for sure, I'll definitely I want to conquer a piece of land, so I can actually show you guys how to conquer land, unlike the last campaign. So yeah, so let me go ahead. Once it hits February, I'll go to war. All right, let's see here. All right, sir, I'm declaring war against you. I want the Chieftain of Bells because it's a little bit more developed. Yeah, let me go ahead, declare war. Boom. Let me raise my armies. I'll call on my ally, ensure. Let me, what else do I need to do? Oh, I need to click on my army. I am the commander, although I could switch it out to my, you know, my marshal, allow him to command it. because I don't want to die immediately. Or I could, you know, I could take the risk. Yeah, no, I think my commander, my marshal, I think he'll be good enough to lead this army. Alright, perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna try and cut him off. I should win this battle. Let's see. Let me... And... Whoops. Oh, sweet! I have a son. Perfect, perfect. Just... And let's see. And he's quick. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I'm also going to... Oops. Educate him. I will be his ward. And let's see. She'll gain 15 opinion and be... You know what? I'll name him after myself. Why not? Super. Let's see. Fighting this battle. Super, super, super. Ooh, I gained 300 martial lifestyle experience. Focus student. Oh, thank you so much, babe. Thank you so much. Bandits running around holding taxes. Boo. Okay, that's fine. I can live with that. That's fine. You get less taxes. That's okay. Not a big deal in the beginning stages. It's like, oh no, you're paying me 20% less of like 1 cent. And... Yes! Victory is mine! Super. Alright, alright, alright. Yep. 8 months I'm going to be sieging this. So basically, once you start sieging their capital, yeah, it'll definitely... Once you gain their capital, I should probably pause this for a second. So you see this? This is what's called the war score right here. Plus 19 because I just won that battle. Once I conquer the capital, the war score will probably be at 100%. And then you can enforce your demands, which is the county of the, or which is the chiefdom of Bales. So I would get this particular county. I will not get the entirety of this land, unfortunately. I would just get the county that I claimed in the war. But I'll show you once I'm finished sieging. He can try to attack me again. It doesn't matter. My armies are stronger, and I would probably wreck his ish again. Yep, victory! Yay, yay! In fact, I could probably take a look at my son right now. I could probably try to establish arrange a marriage, you know, find a spouse. Yes, and let me sort child. No valid characters. Sweet. That's fine, the game just started, so there's probably not enough children to, you know, have those congenital traits, which is fine. I can hold off on that. I don't need to do that immediately. Let's see here. 4 months. Ooh, perfect. A new perk. Let me go ahead. Natural dread, control growth. Reduces the risk of commanding armies. Yeah, I think going the strategist route, basically making my battles more in my favor, will definitely help out. And if I can kill more enemies in those battles, it'll definitely help in my wars. So I think I'll go down the strategist tree first, and then I'll make my way towards the gallant tree, and then I'll go for the overseer tree. So let me go ahead and do that. Let me play this. Yeah, so anytime I'm sieging sieging a city or whatever, you can see the siege event, and it basically works like if you roll a specific thing in the game, not like actually you do it yourself. A siege event will occur. So like certain siege events will help to accelerate the time that you conquer this city. So like in this case, starvation is a positive siege event for me, so that'll quickly help me conquer this capital. Yeah. So let me go ahead and play this through. I mean, go ahead. You can. Are you really gonna try? Go for it, dude. I'm gonna conquer your capital before you finish sieging my. That's perfectly fine. I'm literally about to conquer your capital. I don't know why you're trying to go for my lands. I'm okay. And okay, beautiful, beautiful. I have his. So as you can see, once you finish the siege, it turns into this. Turns into this little striped piece, part of land. It basically means that the land is currently under your control. Obviously, so it went from 19 to 77, and that's mainly because I, basically occupying the enemy capital. The enemy capital gave me plus 10. I'm occupying their main county, Shervin. And if I make a beeline and siege their other county, then I pretty much win the war. Or what I can choose to do, I can choose to fight this army, prevent them from, killing of my people and destroying their army. So I think I'll do that. I think I'll go for this battle. I don't know why he's staying there. I'm literally... Your neighbor King Ralphskov has won against Duke Slavomir Moravia. Okay, interesting, cool. I don't care for now. Again, still sieging. Don't know why. I would probably be running. This is going to be GG for you, sir. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. So once your war score hits 100, you can automatically enforce demands. So my demand is I get this particular title, the one highlighted in light blue, or blue, I guess. I gain 75 fame, which increases my prestige. So yeah, I can enforce those demands. There you go. He's mad because I took his shit. Too bad, sir. Deal with it. So be it. So now when I scroll out, you can see that I have his county. I have bells. And what that'll help me to do is that'll help me to increase my military strength and power. So now I have 4 counties under my control. So, and also the other thing is once you have, so I'm going to click on the duchy titles. Once you have enough to create a duchy, the option to create that specific duchy will come up. I have the counties that I need to create a new duchy of the Shervin cities. I don't have the gold yet, so I can't create the duchy yet. But once I get that gold, I will automatically create it. And what I can do after I create it is to give one of my vassals one of my counties, whether it's Bales, Parishmiel, or Shervin. I can give one of my vassals. I can even give it to my son, although he's gonna automatically inherit that land anyway. So I could give it to my vassal. So basically, one of my council members, or one of my court members, whatever I decide to do. I could do that, and I can keep the Duke title for myself. Basically, I'd be, instead of being known as Chieftain Alexei, I'd be known as High Chieftain Alexei. Or if you're, whoops. if you're going about the European style, I'd be known as a duke. But yeah, for now, oh, let me go ahead disband my army since I won that battle. Not worried about. Okay, I'm not worried about fighting Sandomirs yet. Although Lublin, it's not even that rich. I don't know why they keep asking me to. For now, I'll ignore that. And yes, the county I just conquered. Usually, counties that you conquer, the control will be pretty low, but you can change that through your council members. So, like, I can have my where is it? I can increase the control in a county. I can have my commander increase that control. It'll take them 8 years to do so, but I'm not worried about it too much, mainly because this control will gradually go up over time, and I can always raise my army to regain control of it again if they rebel. What I can do is increase the development in my lands, but a lot of this will take increase development by 1. A lot of it will take 7 years. I don't know why it varies so much. Like, if I do it for bells, it'll take like 50 days. So, don't know why, but so like if I let it run for a little bit, the development will be, increased. So yeah, I think, and you see my military, look at that now. Now my max armies will be 1603, which is beautiful. I'm going to increase the development. Let's see here. Oh, it's almost time, huh? Okay, super. So I've increased the development of that county. I'll go back to collecting taxes. Yes, I'll go back to collecting taxes. Yeah, so I'm in pretty good shape this particular game. Much better shape than in my last one. I think I'll leave it here for now, guys. Next week, I will come back and continue this campaign. Like I said, I'm at a pretty good start, and I can pretty much just conquer places left, right, and center. I have Tarno. I can go after. Shervin once the truce is done. Taraboval, Vladimir. Like, I'm pretty sure I have the most powerful military within my surrounding area, except for, yeah, even Great Moravia. I have a stronger army than they do. I think Hungary is the only one that could probably just beat the brakes off of me. But I'm going to try and make it a point to establish an alliance with them, so I don't have to worry about fighting them in the future until I'm more than ready. But for now, it's looking pretty good. So I will definitely see you guys next time. And again, I'll be streaming on Twitch again. And for those who haven't gotten to see this, I'll post this on my YouTube channel, Fahim P 1989. I just want to thank everyone for watching me in this particular rendition of CK3. And yeah, I think next week will be even better. I'll be able to conquer more, and you guys will be able to see my empire expand even more and more. But yes, thank you everyone, and I will catch. Hold on one second. Oh my God, and I will catch everyone later.